Hello everyone, I'm Anika Singh of class ninth, and today I will be explaining some topics of chapter 7, Diversity in Living Organisms. So let's get started. This earth is full of organisms of various shapes and sizes. The largest phylum of animal kingdom alone contains over a million species. There are varieties of plants right from the small grasses to tall eucalyptus trees. This variety in living beings is called diversity. The variety of plants and animals living in a given geographical area is called biodiversity of that geographical area. Because of huge diversity in living beings, it becomes very difficult task to study each of them one by one. To make the study easier, animals and plants were categorized in groups and subgroups. Thus, the system of classification started. Aristotle, a Greek philosopher, classified animals according to their living environment. So, he either categorized them as aquatic or terrestrial. Both in sea as well as on land, we can find animals and plants. Moreover, there are very small animals like seahorse, along with large animals like whale. So, this was not a good basis of classification. Nowadays, we look at many interrelated characteristics starting from the nature of the cell in order to classify all living organisms. We do classification on the basis of these following points. First, we see the presence or absence of nucleus in the cells. We also see the numbers of cells in an organism. We see what is the mode of nutrition for them. Are they autotrophics or heterotrophics? Autotrophics are organisms producing their own food. All green plants are autotrophics. They have a pigment called chlorophyll in green parts which facilitates photosynthesis. Heterotrophics are organisms dependent on either plants or animals for nutrition. Level of organization in the body is also seen. In multicellular organisms which are small like Hydra, particular group of cells are assigned a particular function, but in larger organism, tissues group to form an organ which makes a organ system. Now we will discuss the hierarchy of classification. Biologists such as Ernst Haeckel, Robert Whittaker, Carl Woese have tried to classify all living organisms into broad categories called kingdoms. Whittaker's five kingdom classification were Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, Animalia. Further classification beyond kingdom were phylum for animals, division for plants, class, order, family, genus, and species. Now I will tell you about all the five kingdoms in a bit detail. First one is Monera. These organisms do not have defined nucleus or organelles and are unicellular. Cell walls are present in some organisms of this group. They are either autotrophic or heterotrophic. Some examples are bacteria and blue-green algae. Our second kingdom is Protista. Organisms in Protista are unicellular eukaryotic, may use appendages for locomotion. They are either autotrophic or heterotrophic. Examples are algae or protozoans. Our third kingdom, fungi, they are heterotrophic eukaryotic organisms. For nutrition, they use decaying organic materials as food. Our fourth kingdom is plantae. These are autotrophics and use chlorophyll for photosynthesis. These are divided into two subkingdoms, cryptogams and phanerogams. Cryptogams are seedless plants and phanerogams are seed plants. In cryptogams, there are three types: Thallophyta, Bryophyta, and Pteridophyta. In Thallophyta, the plants that do not have well differentiated body design fall in this group. The plants in this group are commonly called algae. These plants are predominantly aquatic. These are some of the examples. Bryophyta. These are called the amphibians of the plant kingdom. The plant body is commonly differentiated to form stem and leaf like structures. However, there is no specialized tissue for the conduction of water and other substances from one part of the plant body to another. Examples are moss and marchantia. In Pteridophyta, the plant body is differentiated into roots, stem, and leaves, and has specialized tissue for the conduction of water and other substances from one part of the plant body to another. These are some of the examples. Now coming to phanerogams, there are two types of phanerogams, gymnosperms and angiosperms. Gymnosperms. The plants of this group bear naked seeds and are usually perennial, evergreen, and woody. Examples are pines and deodar. Angiosperms. This word is made from two Greek words. Angio means covered and sperma means seed. This seed develops in an organ which is modified to become a fruit. These are also called flowering plants. Plant embryos in seeds have structure called cotyledons. Cotyledons are called seed leaves because in many instances they emerge and become green when the seed germinates. The angiosperms are divided into two groups on the basis of the number of cotyledons present in the seed, which are monocots and dicots. Monocots. Plants with seeds have single cotyledon, fibrous root and parallel venation of leaves. Example maize, etc. Dicots. Plants with seeds have two cotyledons, taproot system and regulate venation of leaves. Example gram, pea, etc. Our fifth kingdom is Animalia. These are heterotrophic and mostly mobile. Animalia is divided into two parts, invertebrates and vertebrates. Vertebrates are divided into 5 parts and invertebrates are divided into 9 parts. That's it for today. I hope you like my podcast. Thank you, everyone.